What's up, everyone? It's your girl Nita Flying High, and you're tuned in to another one. This is a retake. This is number 2. We were glitched. Anyways, let's welcome Diana to Mexico. Tigres, she's an Amazona now. I can't believe it, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I had a feeling. Spirit had gave me an insight, like, yo, Diana's coming to Tigres, because I was like, yo, you know, she's not really getting playing time with Houston under Garrett, maybe one time, and plus the striker that we have right now, Messiah Bright, she kind of, I'm not saying she's holding it down for Houston, you know what I mean? She's doing what she needs to do. She just scored. And like I said, Diana, unfortunately, coming off an injury, hasn't had time to kind of get hasn't had time to be able to play with the new players, right? And Tigres actually need a striker. We have Ana Diaz, Jennifer, and Mayor. Mayor's playing in the midfield, and Jennifer be coming off the bench, even though she should be starting. And Ana Diaz, she's not an out-and-out striker. She's more of a wide player, you know what I mean? I'm not too sure what type of archetype Ana Diaz really is, to be honest. But yeah, man. So Diana, I was like, Diana, would you want to come to Mexico? Like, you know, would you want to come play over here? I didn't know how she might have liked the life in Houston and how she was treated and how she was living. But regardless of the fact, I think this is a great move. And like I said, guys, we're seeing the players start to align with teams that is going to help them ascend not just in football, but spiritually, and realign themselves with their, you know, you would say, their, you know, Diana coming back to Mexico, even though she's a dual citizen, she's realigning with also another part of herself. And also what I really like about Mexico is she's not the only player that we're seeing. Emily Alvarado, I believe, I'm not too sure if she was playing abroad. I know she was playing for Houston. Emily Alvarado is coming back to become I think a starting goalkeeper for Suarez. So seeing Mexico recall some of their dual citizens and to bring them back home is amazing, because they know how, first of all, their league is growing in popularity. If you like in the world, if you didn't know about Liga MX in the world, you're gonna know about them. You're not gonna be able to miss them. Like, they're one of the best leagues that we have. Some of the most organic football we get to see in the present day time right now, 2025, because they're not as surveillanced as some of the other locations, right? We don't get rigged matches like the Champions League. So with Diana coming back here, this gives her an opportunity to, one, get used to scoring goals again. And like I said, for Mexico, players like Diana Jackie, players like Soto Mondesi, players like Scarlett, we will need them to become world class, to be able to have Maria Sanchez, we will need them to be able to master their game to compete with the other countries. USA, the Canadas, the Brazils, the Spains, the Englands, the Dutch, all them, France. We will need these archetypes, these faces, and this is just me in my belief. These are just some of the faces that we already been seeing. These are just some of the people that I believe that, okay, with these type of archetypes, Mexico will be able to. We got Birken Road. We need more. These will be the players that will help, of course, Mexico become a dominant force. And we have a pipeline of players coming through, because I was watching the Uruguay and Mexico match, the first leg, and I was like, man, we're missing a couple players, right? But it was an OG lineup Pedro was put out there. It was young and OG at the same time, but there was no Ali Soto, Mondesi, and I was like, where are they at? So I happened to be scrolling, because we had the peep game that also Mia Official and some other players were with U23, and I was like, oh, look, Soto and them are with the U20s right now. So I was like, oh, okay, so they helped them go over there and qualify and win for their age group, and this is why they weren't with the senior national team, right? So I was like, that's great, you know. And I love that we're seeing like the use of our U20 sides even more, or it's kind of just, it's not even like that. It's just that what this is showing me is that we're having so much growth in the game, that we're so many players, especially for America. There's so many players, and if they're even younger, hey, look, you can still play for your national team at the U20 level, at the U21, 23, because right now the main roster is capped, it's full, you know, and based upon your position, you know, you're gonna have to fight a little harder when it comes to playing, and we don't really have a spot open for you right now. And honestly, Emma, though, I have to make a video on on USA. But Diana and Mexico and some of the things that I'm seeing with the U20s, and we all know Mexico has had success with their with their U national teams over these last couple years. So it just shows Mexico is on the rise, y'all. Mexico is on the rise. And a lot of archetypes, especially some of the Spanish archetypes, even we got some of the players that you may know, like Van de Sanden and Henry, some of these archetypes that are, European, even they are understanding, this over here, this realm, this Liga MX game, it's on the rise, and we want to be a part of it. And I'm so grateful because, I've been tuned into Tigres for a good while now, and to be able to see the growth is amazing. To be able to see the talent surface and to manifest it's a great feeling, because it just shows us that the game is expanding. More girls, more women want to play the game of football, and there are more vehicles to be able to do that. But yeah, Diana already scored for Mexico in the second leg, so I was super happy for her, because it's just a sign of what's to come for Tigres. And we all know Tigres had a couple, the seasons haven't been great since Mila left. Or I'm not saying Mila only been gone a year. But we need a striker, a proper number 9, and Diana fills that role. And she's Mexican. And I think Jennifer, we're going to have to play her in the midfield, because either Mayor or Jenny, one of y'all going to have to get benched. So I can see it being, we got I guess Delgado. Delgado's going to get starting time from Pedro. Delgado, Jennifer, and Jenny. And Mayor, you're going to have to come off the bench to Diana now. You know what I'm saying? We'll have Catlana, Diana, and Jackie up top. That's what I'm thinking. We have Farmer, Greta, Annika, and Anna S. or Natalia Colin in the back line, and still Santiago, she's still there in the back line for Tigres. That's just giving me my lineup. But Diana, of course, when she came into the NWSL League, y'all, she had almost 9 to 8 goals for with the North Carolina Courage. So we know she has the ability to score. She just happened to be with Houston, and their structure, as you all know, was not supportive of any of its players, okay? None of its players were being supported when it came to Houston, because the infrastructure was not developed, created, and we were getting managers that were just here for a good time and not a long time. They were just here, the boys Carlos, just here to get another opportunity for another NWSL team. Scandalous. But yeah, man, let's welcome Diana Ordonez to Tigres, and like I said, it's super exciting to see Diana. And like I said, I'm so hyped because she's our girl. Bro, she played for Houston. It's not like she was playing for another NWSL team. She was playing for my club, Houston Dash, and now she's finna pull up and to another club of mine, which is Tigres. So I tell you, bro, the ladies be coming to my clubs, and I can't even get mad, bro. I can't get mad that they want to come over here. But like I told y'all, Liga MX is on the rise, and we could start to see some more, talent that is not saying being overlooked, but the dual nationals need to understand. Look, wherever, I know that you may play in the other half of what your nationality is, but don't forget about your home, your other home. You know what I'm saying? Your other home in a home. And I think that's what a lot of the players are realizing. Just like Jill going back to the Dutch. You always will have a home where you're from. And that's what I love to see. Tigres knows she hasn't had a great couple of years because of injuries, but they're still telling her, hey, look, you're one of us, and we have a position for you. We actually need your archetype, and look, we want to welcome you, and we're happy that you're back. And this is what I feel like a lot of the players are going to start realizing. And like I said, Diana's young. She's only I don't know how old she is right now, but this is a great move for her. I feel like she's realigning with, her Mexico side, her Mexican side. And I think this is going to do her a lot of justice since she's been abroad. And like I said, some of these archetypes needed to go abroad to be able to bring back what they learned here in Mexico to continue to raise their game and to help Mexico raise their game as well. And like I said, I think that's better. Ultimately, because she does play for the Mexican women's national team, and for Pedro to have better eyes on her, both Pedros to have better eyes over here and take care of her over here, I think is a blessing for everyone, even Diana. So